Welcome to another Tag Team Talent Search podcast, the podcast that focuses on talent from around the world. And here's the guy that's produced live and television entertainment for the last 40 years, and he's going to be the host of the show, for goodness sakes. Here he is, Scott Edwards.
Hey, welcome back to the Tag Team Talent Podcast. We've been having so much fun sharing videos that have been sent in from all around the world, and we change the host, the co-host, every week, try to keep it different, kind of keep it moving. And this week, we have a very funny stand-up comic, Bob Worley.
Hello, everybody.
For Bob.
Please, hear it for me. Are you clapping? I know you're in a room watching a monitor. Clap, clap. You want the people in the other room to go, what are they clapping at? Get in there. All right. Hello.
Bob's a nice, calm entertainer. Comes to us out of Los Angeles. We've known each other for years. In fact, you want to hear his interview or listen to any of his
Nobody wants to hear that, Scott. Nobody.
He's on my audio podcast, Stand-Up Comedy, host and MC many, many times. He's one of my favorite and best friends in the business.
I work for free.
Thus the friendship. But I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate me being here as well.
Okay, ready for some videos?
What? What are we doing?
Videos.
Oh, videos.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we collect videos of the variety arts, music,
we're gonna watch
singing,
them
dancing.
now?
Yeah. Stand-up comedy, ventriloquism, juggling, whatever. You can send them to us. If you have talent, it's at tagteamtalentsearch.com. Tagteamtalentsearch.com. But we had one sent in from Cairo, Egypt.
Oh, my gosh.
This guy is a talented musician. He does some fancy guitar work. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear. Let's watch a video of Hassan from Cairo, Egypt.
And we're going to hear it.
Yeah, we'll watch and hear.
We're going to watch and hear him.
Looks like he knows what he's doing. That was
that guy is
Hassan from Cairo, Egypt. That was really good
impressive.
Guitar work.
You know, as a musician myself, I play the drums. By the way, nobody's ever happy to see a drummer come. Hey, you guys want me to play something for you? Never. I've never heard that once. Hey, you guys want to hear a song? Not once. But that guy, I can listen to him all day.
And he was getting some really terrific sounds off that guitar and the finger work. Incredible guitar work. Hassan, thank you so much for sending that
That's
in.
the best thing you've ever had on this show. Not that I've ever been on it, but that's the best thing I've seen.
Well,
everybody else is fine, but that kid has talent. Not very funny, but wow, could really play.
He is very talented, and we want to thank him for sending in his video.
That's a thumbs up.
Speaking of
Fireworks.
Speaking of comedy,
Yeah, okay.
we have some stand-up comedy. This is a good friend of mine.
Does he play guitar?
No.
Because I'd hate to follow that
It's
kid.
actually funny you say that. He's a very good guitarist and does a Wednesday Facebook show. He's from Hawaii, and he does Hawaiian music.
You mean like a little ukulele?
Yeah, he does that and a guitar. But wait. Bob, on this video, it's stand-up comedy. He sent us this. It was a recent show he did in L.A., and he's so funny. I know you'll enjoy him. His name's Kermet Apio. He's originally from Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, some stand-up comedy from my good friend, as I said, Kermet Apio.
23 years we've been together. I realized last year how long my wife and I have been together. We had a power outage in our neighborhood one night, and we're looking out the window, everything. Street lights out, every house, the whole neighborhood is pitch black, and I hear my wife's voice say this. So, did you pay the bill? No, I made them so mad they went, you know what, shut the whole town down. I hate that guy. Hey, I realize she's half joking, but that still means half her brain went, you know, it could have been him. 23 years we've been together. My wife and I have been together so long that she could be mad at me and I could not know why. And I'm cool with that. Because I've learned that knowing doesn't help at all. I don't know what causes a hurricane, but I do know when it's time to hide in the bathroom. I know that part. She was mad at me in the morning one time. I just woke up. What could I have done? I'm not kidding. I wake up, I walk out, I sit down. Oh, I can't believe, you know, because you were just talking about something I was going to say, and then you were just like,
We've been there.
Are you mad at me? Well, yes, I am. Here comes a rookie mistake. Why? Right? I asked. Here's why she was mad at me, and I'm not making this up. My wife was mad at me. Because I cheated on her in her dream. Yep, you ever took a test where there were no correct answers? I did. There's nothing you can do. You just sit there and hope for a UFO abduction. That's all you got. I can't believe you did that. Well, I didn't do that. Oh, yes, you did. You had a penguin head and a reggae hat, but I knew it was you the whole time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Kermet Apio live on stage.
I'm disappointed that he would cheat on his own wife.
Yeah, but I think every husband can relate to that. You're in trouble.
No, Scott.
And you don't know why.
What?
No, not you?
Your wife is not going to watch these videos?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then, in your case, sure. Mine, no, that's never happened to me.
Well, we really appreciate Kermit sending in that video. He's so funny. He's got
Very
a
clever.
great style.
Very clever.
Good comedy entertainment.
Little high energy, but very clever.
But we have more.
What?
It's time for the classic rewind.
Oh, this is why I came up here to do this.
This is videos that we recorded back in the 80s, and this one's a lot of fun. It stars our good friend Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier.
You may remember him from Full House, Fuller House. He and Bob Saget did many shows, a lot of TV. But back in the early 80s, he was one of our favorite regulars, and he and Bob Saget came back and did our 10th anniversary show in 1990.
Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah, you have to imagine.
You have to
don't have to,
imagine.
because we're going to see it.
So I got a chance to record it, and we're going to share it with you now. And you remember Dave.
Yeah, I worked with him on a couple of New Year's shows.
He's a very funny guy.
Yeah.
Ladies
Hope
and
you're feeling
gentlemen,
better, Dave.
stand-up comedy and our classic rewind by Dave Coulier.
Let's watch it.
We had some great shows. Of course, the Jetsons are back for 42 new episodes coming back out. And, yeah, they're bringing back the original cast, which I thought was a lot of sincerity on their part, sure. Including all the people who did their voices. The Jetsons were great. They had all the modern day technology. Little family spaceship that they would cruise around in. Meet George Jetson. A little... Wouldn't that noise freak you out if you were walking out of here tonight all of a sudden? You guys, the Jetsons! I am freaking out. Had that great dog walking around their house. Right, roars, roars, roars. Restaurant. A lot of heroes on those cartoons. I always like, and now Bullwinkle's Corner. Thank you. A little poem. Spider, spider on the wall. Don't you have any brains at all? Don't you see the walls just been plastered? Don't you see that, you little spider? We edited that, right, we edited that. Yeah, I had a lot of favorites on those cartoons. I always liked Popeye. Seemed like every episode of Popeye the Sailor was exactly the same. It was where Popeye and Bluto were fighting over olive oil, and I see why. What a bod, huh? Yeah.
Olive Oil always gets in some kind of stupid predicament in the beginning of the show. Oh, Popeye, oh dear, oh my.
Oh boy, that is your broad's gonna play.
If you watched enough shows, you can understand why this relationship between Popeye and Olive Oil existed in the first place. I mean, every time he'd see her, it was like,
Well, blow me down, Olive Oil.
yeah, I'd laugh just like that, too. Oh, cut it out. Come on. Of course, Popeye and Bluto would start, when they would fight, you'd see that big cloud of dust, right? And then their arms and legs would fly. Popeye, look at this. Popeye's arm would reach out, grab a can of spinach that, of course, just happened to be there, right? Of course, he chugs that stuff down, knocks Bluto for one big solid punch. Whoa. Those guys were always mumbling stuff under their breath. I listened to one show really close. I swore I mumbled, oh, the heck with it, Olive. You got no boobs anyhow. Of course, Popeye knocks Bluto out, and at that time, Popeye wins his beautiful, vivacious-looking queen. You guessed it, Olive Oil. Yeah, and what a babe, huh? Check her out.
Well, don't even call if I'm out with me. Olive says Popeye the Sailor Man.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, that brings back so many memories. He was such a great stand-up comic, ended up being a very talented actor, but back in those days, he always entertained the audiences. Great stand-up comedy, some good impressions, and he loved cartoons and toys and brought that to the audience. Very relatable.
And a nice person. Weird hair, though. Who would wear their hair like that?
Well,
not me.
Actually, you...
Not me, Scott. No way.
It was very popular in the 80s.
Was it?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and Bob Worley, our co-host. Let's hear it for Bob. He did a good job.
Let's hear it. Record it, send it in. I'll play it back. I'll hear it later. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had the very talented guitarist out of Egypt, Hassan. Thank you for sending in your video.
The best.
Stand-up comedy by Kermet Apio, and a terrific set on our classic rewind from Dave Coulier. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us on this week's Tag Team Talent Podcast. I want to thank our co-host, Bob Worley, for joining us.
See you next week.
No, he'll be a different co-host.
The week after. I'll see you the week after.
Well, someday.
I'll see you someday.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Tell your friends. Bye. Say bye, Bob.
Adios. That's Spanish.
Thanks for watching the Tag Team Talent Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss the next big talent reveal. And don't forget to write in the comments below which performer you thought was best in this episode. We love hearing from you. See you soon.